And hello everybody, welcome back to the video. Today we're back inside of our survival world and I got plans for this episode. Okay, but first and foremost, I did put a little bit of work in on the Riptide gaming sign. Not much, just, or not the sign itself, but the stuff behind the sign. So it's, set up a little nicer now. But yeah. And then there's one other thing that I got ready, which you guys will understand shortly. But yeah, let's go to the Nether really quick. So I did a thing, a super secret ancient technique. And first and foremost, we're going to be going down the Nether tunnel, and it's expanded further now, which creepy Nether noises, lots of fun. But yeah, we can just come along, and then I haven't lit any of it up yet, so just gotta light up the new parts of the tunnel, which is a little annoying. But yeah, so we're going to come to the end of this tunnel here, hop out of our boat, and just kind of dig into the side here. Okay. And now let's plop this obsidian down. Light her up. Okay. So, I've been a little secretive about what's going on here, but assuming I did everything right and I know what I'm doing, which of course I know what I'm doing, we should step through this portal and... Come on. Oh yeah, it's loading in. You might notice this is a little tall for a normal plains biome. That's because it is. I've switched the world generation to amplified. So things are insane. I guess that would be the best way of putting it. But yeah, I figured, hey, you know what would be fun? Let's set the world generation to amplified, go out to new generation, and just have fun with it. So we're going to be making a base in this amplified area, which, just take a look around. This is really nice. Like, the great thing about amplified is, especially when you have an elytra, the sort of bases you can make are just insane. Like, we could totally build something with, like, say, a landing platform right here that you land on, and then there's, a lot of stuff here, blah, 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 which I need to mark the coords to the portal before I forget to. We're only out 3,200 blocks, so we're not out too far, especially for nether transportation, but we're out a decent amount. Let's just quickly come down here. And yeah, I guess I'm going to look around, try and find a good spot to settle down, which might end up being over there. But yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so it's a little hard to see too much right now, but I was thinking what we'll do is we're going to set up like a snowy hilltop cabin sort of thing, which there's just an insane amount of monsters here. Let's just not. There, we can land on here. But yeah, since it's so snowy here, I feel like it's like the perfect environment for a snowy hilltop cabin. And this was the area I was looking at before. I looked around a little bit and just didn't see anything I liked quite as much. Because, like, here it's a lot flatter. And like I don't know how I feel about like this area, and I didn't see anything that way that I liked quite as much for a build. Granted, I didn't look around very much. I looked around a very minor amount, but I just love the idea of having like a snowy hilltop cabin with like a part that goes underground and peeks out through here, and then like we'll have an area that we can like fly into to get in. I think that's my idea. Like the hilltop cabin, which I haven't slept in a while, so there's going to be a lot of phantoms. But the snowy hilltop cabin will be kind of like more of a decorative part, and an actual base will be underneath it in kind of a couple layers that stick out from the mountainside. And I guess I didn't make this super clear, but this is the next part of like kind of my thing of going around and trying to create different bases in different areas of the world. It's kind of the next one. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna get some wood going, and actually I'm gonna try and come up with a build design for what I generally want for the top cabin part before I start work on this. And yeah, we'll see what I come up with. I'll try and gather some resources, and then we'll get to work. So yeah, I'll see y'all in just a second. Okay, so after about an hour and a half, I am back, and yeah, that took quite a bit longer than I was expecting it to, but I have a layout, I have some materials. We're going to get to work on this, which we're going to have 4. Bring it over. I'm getting right into it because I figure I don't really want to, dilly daddle. Is this right, or does this need to be too far? I think this needs to be 2 further over. 1, 2, and now go up. Yeah, that feels a lot more right. Okay. And then we bring this over. Center should be, well, let's see here. 5. That should be center. Assuming I did all the math right. Hopefully I did. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that should be center. That should be center. Okay, so with that figured out, let's get a door on here, along with I'm gonna need some fences. About, yeah, that should be good. So yeah, I figured out the design in every, well, not the entirety of the design, just the front part, the roof, enough to get going. I haven't figured out the interior, some of the more specific details, but I've gotten what I can, which this needs to be spruce. I don't know what the floor for inside is going to be yet, so I'm going to just put spruce there for the moment. And then let's place these pots down. And I should have, yep, saplings in here for this. Okay, and we have the first layer done, which this is going to be a 3-story building, and the third story is going to be the attic, so it's going to be a lot smaller, but yeah, point is 3-story building. Dirt. You always need dirt for pillaring around. Like, I get scaffolding's a thing, but dirt's still, in my opinion, more convenient. Okay, I believe that's all the further this needs to go up. So then I'm going to want to get started on the staircase, which let me just put some things away I'm not going to need. or not staircase. I mean, I'm using stairs, but it's for the roof. But yeah, I just want to make sure I have this done to a point where I'm going to be able to work on this off camera and you guys aren't going to be like confused or anything. That goes like that. Okay, and then how do I go about this? Okay, that worked. Oh, height limit. Oh no. One sec, guys. Let me figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, so here's the deal. In 1.17, they're going to remove build height. So, what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna leave this like this here, and we'll come back to this part of the base in the future. But then what we'll do is we'll come around the side and start kind of setting up the other part of the base I was kind of talking about, which I don't have a great grasp of exactly what I want to do here, but I should be able to at least start messing around with it. So the thing is I don't want it to like have glass or anything in front of it. I want it to be an easy fly-in point, kind of like a hangar. So I think we're going to let's see here. If I can do things properly. We're going to kind of bring it out this way, like this, and then cut it in. Okay, I'm going to dig out a little bit, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to want more than one layer of this, but basically the idea is it's going to be a hangar type feel, stretching out the side. I'm going to probably make the roof walls floor concrete. And basically that way, as you're kind of, it kind of gives the feel of like, oh, you're flying along, you know, you're going in for the landing, and then you go in. And then depending on what you want, whether you want the chest room, the bedroom, etc., you'll land on different layers, and then you'll go from there. And the thing about the house is it wasn't necessarily supposed to be a part of it. It was more supposed to be like a top point to kind of not make it feel like there's just random hangers with nothing above it. It was for decoration, essentially. So that's why it's not a big deal that I'm having to hold off on it, because, you know, that's the decoration part. But I will say that does mean I'm probably going to end up delaying. I mean, I just want to make sure that I don't delay the project till of eternity, since, you know, once 1.17 comes out, obviously I'm going to be focused on other things. So, yeah. Assuming they go through with their promise to get rid of build height. We'll see. But that's the current deal. And I will say, one thing I do want to go over very briefly here is there is a possibility, I don't know how good it is, and it wouldn't be a good thing, but there is a slight possibility that with the 1.17 update, it will ruin our world. I don't know for sure, but it seems like there's going, with the absolute massive changes they're making, that it might cause negative effects to the world, especially with the difference in how stuff generates. You know, worlds are infinite now, so I don't think seeds will be this well, and everything's gonna be a lot higher, blah blah blah. Seeds are obviously not gonna be the same, so I don't think it should be a problem, but you never know. So just, I'm having this in the back of my head that everything could go wrong and we could have to create a new world, which would stink big time, but it is a possibility. Do beware. I think if it does come to that, I'm probably going to do what EthosLab did when Updates broke his world and just continue counting the series numbers from there. Because, yeah, it's still the same series. But as I said, it's speculation. Like, they haven't said that it's going to happen or anything like that. It's legit all just speculation on my part that it could happen. But my assumption would be that it's just going to work like switching your world to Amplified. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this one off for here. I might do some off-camera work on this, maybe not. I don't know. It's pretty late. I've been working on this for a while. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.